You told me you'd join a club this year. Did I? Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. I do. I'll meet you any day. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayuri, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to these girls. Oh wait, she liked fantasy, she liked cute things. I'm gonna pick cute things. I think she's the cutest. I suppose that's why I ended up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. I opened my eyes to find Sayuri's face filling my vision. I nearly fell out of my chair. Sorry. Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club. Does our school have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know. You'll need to get used to it. Don't say it out. Don't say that so loud. I glance over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard. It's true, though. Yeah. I know. I know. You're always looking after me, Sayuri. It's what I do best. That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? It's a secret. I knew it. Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. I can't even do that. I can't even do that. Look, Sayuri, it's written all over you. Huh? Sayuri glances around herself. How is it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair's sticking out all over here. Oh, come on. Ah! I run my fingertips down the side of Sayuri's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this. My hair's just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's toothpaste stain on your collar right there. I try to wipe the stain with my finger. But nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you that because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that. You meanie. And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayuri. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? Huh? That's super mean. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I start to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. Oh, dang. This is so funny. What is? Well, I was just thinking about how weird it was to have a friend who does these kind of things. Huh? Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it, stupid. It's okay, though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? I guess. Hey, be careful. The button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly? It did when I bought it. If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? It means my boobs have gotten bigger again. Don't say that out loud. Anyway, you look so much better now. Why does it feel strange to see Sayuri's blazer buttoned up like that? But it's so stuffy. It's not worth it at all. Sayuri hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Oh, yeah, no. I know, it's so weird. But this game, I gotta explain. I knew you were gonna come in here and be like, what the fuck? So this game.
Well, no, I mean, I know you're streaming, so it can't be too bad.
No, yeah, no. So this game, it's crazy. This game came out for free, and it's just like a dating sim kind of game.
Uh-huh.
But there's this really there's like warnings before you play the game. There's something that really fucked up happens. I have no idea what it is, and that's the only reason why I'm playing it. And it's like hilarious. It's hilarious because it's like you're playing this game and like all these cute anime girls and like you're having these like interactions and stuff like that with it. And yeah, and like it gets like stuff like that. But like I really want to find out what the twist is. And apparently like it's like really fucked up. And
is it a twist that's gonna get you banned forever?
No, there's just all streamers. Like this is like a really popular game right now. They're streaming. Yeah, I know. No, I was waiting for you to come in because I'm reading.
I heard you in this little girl voice, like, "Oh, my button is so tight. Here, let me undo it for you."
Just stop. Yeah, I know. Ugh, yeah, no. And apparently it takes like a while to get into like the main thing about it, so it's like I'm gonna be redoing this whole thing.
You're gonna have to have anime girlfriends.
It's so fun. Yeah, I already picked mine. There's 4 girls. This is like my childhood best friend. There's 4 girls. There's one who's like really little and like cute, like, and then there's one who's like an emo, and then there's like this really popular girl who's like apparently like way out of my league kind of thing. But I want to go for the really cute girl. I wrote her
Which one,
poem.
the tiny one?
Yeah, she's really cute. Anyway, I gotta get back to this.
Okay. All right. You let me know how it goes.
It's going. It's going all right. Don't worry about it.
When you find out what the twist is, let me. How long do you have to go?
I have no idea. I've been trying my best. Like I almost watched somebody play through it. But I have no idea. I have no idea anything about this game. Like the only thing I knew about it was there's a fucked up twist, and the only thing I know is I know who it is, and I mean it's no surprise, but I have no idea. It could be literally hours. Like literally, like it could take me. Like I probably won't get to it tonight. Dude. I've never had a wafu before, but I do right now. So, phew, that's so much better. Sayuri puts her arms up and twists around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying it like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let me do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I keep on keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things. Eh? I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Fine. It's a deal. I guess we're really better at taking care of each other than we are taking care of ourselves. Yeah, shut up! Yeah, yeah, I guess so, huh? So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. Oh, so maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. You're doing it anyway, Sayuri. But I was joking that time. Man, it's impossible to tell you with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Huh? Monica suddenly calls out. Why don't we share our poems we wrote now? Yay! Leonard, I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. I failed to sound enthusiastic, but Sayuri still trots away to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't we find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sayuri and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayuri's wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica, oh shit, wrote hers in composition notebook. I can already say Monica, pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri really, you like that? And Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I share my poem with? Oh yeah, Natsuki. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair to share mine with her first. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't invoke any emotions. Bitch, I wrote that for you! So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste? Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Sigh. Well, anyway, I guess I can show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. What? Click outside the poem area to continue. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I loved it, Natsuki. It's beautiful. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Oh no! She's watching it. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't take my writing seriously. But isn't that the point of poems, for people to express themselves? Oh, I keep forgetting I keep going back and forth. Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the only other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then I made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from you, from the youngest one here, didn't you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I wouldn't take it away from her. Who should I share my poem with next? Well, I did write Yuri. I wrote one thing for Yuri. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh! Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah? Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. Oh, fuck you. Ah, so it's that bad? No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm sorry. Yuri buries her face into her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick up writing styles separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit into the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing, even in a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thoughts process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if it's a rare opportunity for her, which in itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Alright, let's see. Oh, God. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Beautiful! I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Huh? That's a relief. Also, I liked your poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Uh-huh. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Leonard. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did glance over it after all. But remember, the poem often expressed their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolic compared to a ghost. Leonard, you like that? Lingering in the last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past. And soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things, too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. I'm dude, bitch. Okay, on you. I'm gonna save Monica for last. So Sayuri. Oh my goodness! This is so good, Leonard. Eh? I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer. Sayuri, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Jeez. Yuri's opinion was way more constructive than this. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Eh? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a LEENARD poem. The classic LEENARD, dude. And that makes it feel extra special. Like it can feel your feelings in it. Sayuri hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weak. She wants the LEENARDs to read her prayer. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Yeah, well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, LEENARD. I'm gonna say it like that from now on. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know. Trying new things like this for other people. That's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayuri. I'm not really sure if Sayuri sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure that you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay! Now you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. Well, let's see about that. Dear Sunshine, The way you glow through my blinds in the morning makes me feel like you missed me, kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out to play? Are you trusting me to wish the wish wish away a rainy day? I look above. The sky is blue. It's a secret. I trust you too. But if it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Classic. Sayuri? This is just a guess, but did you wait until morning to write this? No, just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It just came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially the last line. I made eggs and toast. she's cute. Even though you were late to school, it's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monika's the best. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Alright, so Monika's next. The last one. Hi, LEENARD! Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new here and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things that we could do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring up things. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, LEENARD! We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monika my poem. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayuri would like. Is that so? You and Sayuri are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sort of things in common. Well, we may be good friends, but Sayuri and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case. But maybe there's also similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you think. So I think that's kind of the vibe I get when reading your poem. You sure you're not reading into it too much? I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would also enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, teachers their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I'm comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of a style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit too biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write it the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, it's not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims not to be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Alright, let's see. Hole in wall. Boom! And then goes the dick. It couldn't have been me. See? The direction, the sparkle protrudes. A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It wasn't too deep. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realized now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out, and he, on the other side, was looking in. Weird. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed when performed out loud, it can be very powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It could be influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming out strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about that is, if you keep your pen to the same spot for too long, you'll get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's why I ended up I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayuri and Monika are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their retrospective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's this all about? What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you don't have... you mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say?